I was just gonna hit record and just make sure it's all right to share with others to help them.
Excellent. Yep.
Perfect. Well, yeah, again, really, really appreciate it. I guess if you want to start off and take me back to your job search and what that looked like for you and kind of what was in the works as you're looking and take me through that, I'd love to hear about it.
Absolutely. So I'm so sorry. So, this thought process was probably about 2.5 years ago, which I wanted to you move out of retail. I've been in retail pharmacy for a long period of time. I got in when I was 13 years old. So I have 40 years into retail pharmacy. So it was a long time. So, it was a big thought process. It's a real mental process because obviously I owned the store, and it was how do I transition out and do something I have no idea of doing, and how do I jump into something? So, I saw the pharmacy career coach link. It was advertised somewhere. I popped onto it, and I bought the package, and I tell you, it was a great start to getting me out of retail. So, I had a coach. She was great, Sheila. She was awesome, and we did a lot of discussion and a lot of hand holding. And I only had 2 jobs in my whole life, 2 retail pharmacies, and I owned them both. So I really had no experience in, how to get a job out there. So it was a great process. She helped me create a resume. She helped me on my LinkedIn site. And that's a big importance. I found that out, that LinkedIn is really how you go about and you network yourself. And with that, I had both of those in my hand, and then I just started networking with people and talking to people, and finally, I came across the right person to speak to here at Westmed Medical, which I'm at, and we spoke to. They interviewed me virtually, and they accepted. I took the job first, not knowing that it would take a process to sell the pharmacy, and 3-4 months in, I figured it was a process. I should have sold the pharmacy first. So, but they had patience, and they wanted me. They wanted my experience, and here I am. I sold about a little over a month ago. I took a week off, a deserved week off, and I got right into it. And here I am in a corporate environment. And I'm going to tell you, if anybody could do it, if I could do it, anybody could do it. So. And, you're talking about 40 years in one thing. And I branched out, and I was successful. And thanks to you guys. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. Can you tell me a little bit about the job search prior to joining the coaching program, kind of what you're going through and what that looked like?
It was, again, just figuring out what I wanted to do and what kind of environment I wanted. And I wanted to stay in pharmacy at some point. I didn't want to go into regular retail again. That would have been too easy. And I just kept on searching. I was looking at pharmaceutical companies. I was looking at investment companies that needed maybe, like a pharmacist for opinions on buying companies. I looked at, merging with specialty companies, looking to be have a role in a specialty. I'm versed in specialty, compound, and surgical. I looked at every fashion of pharmacy that you can think about, and this is the one on the corporate end. This is what I really always wanted, and this is something that really came about. And it's just a matter of somebody there opening your mind and telling you, hey, you could do it. You just need to know how to do it. And that's what, pharmacy career coach comes in. They tell you how to do it, of which I had no idea on how to do it.
Excellent. And then I guess, can you talk to me a little bit about how now it's a better setup, better fit for you, kind of the improvements, not only with work, but with life, and in general, what you've seen from retail to where you are now?
Retail, again, I loved it. It was great. It was fun up until the insurance companies got involved and they took the fun out of it. So you're just working, and you're just not thriving anymore. You're just grinding every single day. And then at the end of it, there's really nothing left. And I'm talking as an owner, not as just a pharmacist there, but as an owner, it's grueling, absolutely grueling. And when you find out that you really can't make money, you just have a job, and you're just going in every day just to figure out how to stay alive and how to just survive. I said, this is not for me anymore. On the corporate end, it's a little different. You get your life back. You're not working 7 days a week anymore. Your anxiety is gone. You have a different mental set. You're now working for a company, and you're working for the benefit of the company. And you have so many different resources, and you're in collaboration with so many people who are working for the same goal, is to improve patient quality, and to make the company profitable. So, and we have the technology to do it here. When you're in the retail business, you're always looking at costs, and cost prohibits you from doing anything. So when you're on the corporate end, you can do more because there's more dollars here. Technology is great. You're working with great people, some of the top people. We have 500 doctors. I collaborate, with about 4 or 5 of them on a daily basis. And, I'm just using my pharmacy taught mindset, which is great. You don't want to forget that. And I still owe retail to my hard work ethics, and my work ethics come from retail, just being able to work 6, 7 days a week. So it ends up good in the corporate world. So, and I have never stepped foot in the corporate environment ever. So anything can be learned if you want to. As long as you put your head to it, you can learn it. And I'm still learning. I'm only here a month, and I'm still learning every single day. So I promise myself I will keep on learning. So, which is good.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. Can you just tell me a little bit more about this exact position, kind
Sure.
of what your role is, what your title is, and everything?
So in the interview process, of course, they want to know my strengths. And owning a retail pharmacy, your strengths are always trying to save money and make money, and giving the patient best care. So I was always on the front lines, making sure my patients were taken care of. Many had my cell phone number. I babied them. I handheld them. They called me all the time. So my number one thing was my patient care to them. And I was at a high star rating, which is really important on the medical end, also the star rating. So I always had good star ratings. I always looked at patients' profiles. I did all the reports. I made sure that the right regimen was given to the patient. If I thought it was wrong, I'd call the doctor. So I'm kind of doing it on the same end here, and it's the same. We call patients up all the time. We make sure that they have star adherence. We make sure that they're taking the medications correctly. But on top of that, it's a lot of cost containment. So on this end, we have to make sure that the doctors aren't writing for medications that are expensive on the insurance end. Of course, insurance needs to control it. So that's where my job comes in, and making sure that the regimens are appropriate and yet they're cost effective. So, and that's what makes this job really different, and really it's fun. It's fun. I'm still talking to patients, but collaborating with a lot of good people.
I love it. I love it. Well, again, I know you're super busy. I just wanted to squeeze in one more question for you. I know I got to get back to some things, but yeah, just to anyone that's considering doing it on their own, or just kind of on the fence if it's worth the investment. I mean, what would you say in regards to?
Don't do it on your own. Invest in yourself. And by saying invest in yourself, hire a coach. And I can tell you, it's definitely worth going through somebody's direction. If you have kids, you would pay your kid to get coached professionally, from somebody who knows more about sports than you do. It is just a brutal process to do it on your own. If you come from my background and you own a retail store, the mental drain on not owning your own business is very. It was the biggest obstacle, especially on my end, was myself. And then when you talk to someone and you see how it's different when you can use your pharmacy, you're not losing your pharmacy license, you're just using it in a different fashion. There's so many different aspects of pharmacy. It's a great profession. To have somebody to hold you and say, hey, by the way, let's look at this, let's look at that. Think about this, think about that. I tell you, it's all worth hiring a coach, and you again investing in yourself. And I just hired a corporate coach for myself, my personal. So I have no idea about the corporate world and how to learn it better than a coach who's going to coach me. And I just signed up with him, and I would do it again and again if I have to. So my recommendation: just hire your coach and let them guide you. It'll avoid you from making a lot of mistakes, and they will probably have a lot of answers to your questions already.
Well, I really appreciate it. And I know the whole team's excited for you. I know, yeah, you're on your way. So
Yes.
just really, really appreciate you taking time out of the day. And obviously, we'll stay in touch. And if you need anything at all, just let us know. And
Thanks, Mike.
So
I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good one.
I hope you have a wonderful day.
You got it. Bye.
Bye.